Alright, everybody, this is the Fallout What If here, and today I'm going to be doing What If Deku Was Born with Ultra Instinct, Part 1, or 2, whatever I just said. Now, where we last left off, the sludge villain thing happened, and basically Deku's going to school, or how do I say it? He's going to the UA entrance exam, and now that's where we have to go. Now, everything happens between freaking... Well, let's say this. Ida just says, how come there's a man over here? And Deku says, oh, hey. And this is when President Mike says, well, he might have a quirk. And she says, preposterous. Men these days don't even have the strongest quirk. It's us women that has the strongest. And this is when Deku just says, lady, can you just shut up? Jeez. Look, regardless or not, you don't have no right to talk to me or talk about me since you don't know who I even am. So just buzz off, lady. And this is what she says. Wait. And then he does the whole Greta thing. How dare you? And Deku says, oh, yeah, whatever. Look, I'm just trying to be a good guy right here. And this is when Ida says, whatever. And everybody does see that Deku's a guy. Bakugo says, oh, I hope he doesn't actually, I hope he doesn't win. I hope he doesn't win. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Now, Deku automatically just says, alright, I'm just gonna go outside to the place where we're supposed to be. And President Mike's like, but wait a minute, we're supposed to. And Deku says, in a real hero versus villain when actual things happen, we don't have guidebooks. We just can't. And freaking President Mike's like, well, the kid has a point. Can't argue with that. Alright, you get to go. Anybody else who wants to stay, you can stay. And you can stay, go on the starting line. Yeah, pretty much it. This is when Deku's just the only one there, except for another one. And this girl's name is freaking Momo. No, not Momo. Sheesh. What? I forgot what her name was, or Hagakure. Now, Hagakure talks to Deku and says, oh, hey, Deku. Or, hello there. And Deku says, oh, hi. And freaking Hagakure says, my name is Hagakure. Tora Hagakure. And Deku says, my name's Izuku Midoriya. And they talk for a while, and she says, how come you're going to do this? Do you have a quirk or something? And Deku says, yeah, but even if I didn't have a quirk, I would still try, because I'm still strong. I've trained for mostly my entire life. And she says, oh, that's nice. So, what kind of quirk do you have? And Deku says, my quirk has the ability to, how do I say it? Dodge and move even like before, how you say it, I get struck. And she says, oh, so you basically can just have fast agility? And he says, something like that. There's more to it, but... And then everybody comes in due to the fact that freaking class is over. Or the instructions are over. 3, 2, 1, go! Deku just blazes through everybody. And just says, alright, what do I do? Where do I go to? And then he sees some freaking not sludge villains. He sees some robots, and he shoots a ki blast at them. Why would he have a ki blast? Well, like I said before, he was trained by Krillin, Master Roshi, freaking Vegeta. He's very strong, but he's not like God level yet. Now, anyway, that all happens, and Deku's just shooting around, just getting a lot of freaking robots. And some of the heroes on the freaking that are watching this are saying, wow, so a man is going to, or, you know, a male's going to do this. Well, I hope he doesn't actually get last place. And Nezu says, calm down, child. He's not going to get last place. For some reason, this kid looks very strong. And the way he's carrying himself right now, it seems like he's done this before. And Nezu's a guy, but it's like he has super intelligence. So it's not like they're all thinking, oh, he's the powerfulest. No, he's very smart. So smart, in fact, that nobody can actually question his judgment. Because 9 times out of 10, he can never be wrong. Now, anyway, Deku just goes around and dodges and attacks everything. And basically gets a good whopping 200 points. And then the whole Ochako thing happens. Deku just goes around and just says, oh man. And then, all of a sudden, basically he turns into his Ultra Instinct mode and runs around the freaking robot, climbing up on him, and basically doing a Kamehameha wave. Right to the face. Which actually, how do I say, it makes a bigger hole than expected. Everybody just sees this blue light all, like, just going together. And everybody's shocked that this one kid just got, like, freaking, you know, just destroyed the competition. After that, he reverts back and he says, "Whew, man, this was exhilarating these days. Yeah, but Goku and Vegeta would have, made me do much more. Well, I just can't ask for that, or for too much now, can I?" And he gets off the freaking robot, destroying the rubble, and picking up a Chaco, saying, "Oh, hi. I'm Izuku. But, yeah, you can pretty much call me Deku here. I saw that you, you know, that you needed my help. I don't know if you're offended by that or not." And she says, No. It's kind of weird, I guess. Everybody's having mixed feelings on this, due to the fact that he's strong, but he's also like 5%. That's a rarity. Not a lot of people see that nowadays. They just think, oh, it's because men are weak. Yeah, pretty much that situation. Now, freaking Inko is, you know, pretty much happy for him. Hisashi's like, well, that's my boy. But no. It's like, no. Deku would have had this power within him if he had anybody else. I feel bad for Hisashi, though. Anyway, Deku just, you know, 2 weeks go by, and everything happens. Now, Deku is talking to all of them, and how do I say it? Let's see. Oh, okay. So, the whole thing happens with Ida and Deku, but much more differently. And he says, well, it seems that you have found out what why, how do I say it? Why we had the freaking hero points. I didn't know anything. I know about the villain points, but I didn't know anything about the freaking hero points. But don't get on your high horse just because you actually, you know, managed to find that out. And all the girls are looking at him. It's like really awkward right now. Now, some of the girls are thinking, okay, so what now? And how do I say it? Deku just sits down and looks pretty much everywhere. And his eyes don't look like, they look like Goku's right now. They look much more, like, stronger. How do I say this? It looks like, because of how strong he is, he's looking at all of them normally, but what they see is basically him looking at them as prey. So they're all thinking, oh, geez, he must be a pervert or something. And Deku says, wait, I heard you. And freaking, how do I say it? freaking, what was her, what's her name? Ashido? Ashido? No, Ashido? Who's Ashido? Oh, yeah, Mina. Mina's all like, wait, did you hear me? And Deku's like, yeah, I heard you. It's, I could hear a lot more better than the average human. So I got, I look like a pervert because of my eyes, don't I? And Mina's like, oh, don't listen, about that. And freaking Momo just comes in and says, look, you don't belong here. It's not I'm not trying to offend you or anything like that. It's just mostly, you're a guy and you don't have, we don't think you have what it takes. You could just go right now and save yourself the embarrassment for later. And Deku says, yeah, not going to do that. First of all, you don't even know me. Second of all, you haven't even introduced me to, you haven't even told me your name yet. Let's see. Third of all, man, there's a lot of good points into this. She started it first by calling my eyes, weird and all that stuff, and calling me a pervert. A hero's not supposed to judge those. They're supposed to, be the symbol of peace. And Momo's like, Deku's like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to just back down. If anything, I'm the strongest here, I'm the fastest here. Let's see, what else? My power can easily destroy all of yours. My true power can literally kill you all. And all of them are pretty much laughing, except for Toru and Bakugo, due to the fact that these two know that Deku isn't pretty much lying, and El Chaco as well. And El Chaco is kind of nervous at thanking him right at this moment, due to the fact that everybody's just like doing all this. Now, while we're at that subject, Deku is just saying, alright, so yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to sleep. And this is when I was like, oh, okay, so all you guys are still talking. That's not good at all. Not good at all, one bit. And he's looking at freaking Deku and says, oh, so we're all sleeping now, aren't we? Deku knows that she's talking to him, and he's saying, yeah, pretty much says the person who was taking a cat nap a couple of minutes ago. Instead of showing your true self, instead of showing your face, you decided just take a nap and just wait until we all sat down. And I was like, cheeky brat right here. Okay. Well, Mr. Wise Guy, I guess I can give you that much. But this doesn't mean that I'm going to appreciate it one bit. Deku's like, I'm not asking for your appreciation. I'm just asking for you to pipe down a bit. And she's like, oh, clever little bastard. And she's all like, okay, I was going to do the Quirk apprehension test, but first of all, you're a guy, which means you shouldn't, you shouldn't actually, freaking, how would I say this to you? You shouldn't be here. First of all, you're a guy. Second of all, it's because you're a guy, you're going to cause too much of a ruckus, and you're going to distract these people. Deku says, we're supposed to be heroes. I have no distractions with girls. And they're like, doesn't matter. I don't even want you here, by the way. But because you passed and all that, I got to at least count you as a student. But not for long. You see, I want to do a Quirk apprehension test That involves the whole class together. There's actually a YouTuber that did this already. I forgot what his name is, but I think it's called, I know it has something, his name has like universe in it. His name is Universe, and I think the Dark Universe. I think that's his freaking that name. So yeah, I'm getting actually one of the I think 2 ideas actually from this whole story. I actually just wanted to put it here because I liked it. So anyway, you guys, Deku just says, "What are you gonna do?" And she's all like, "Well, I'm just going to tell all these students that if they actually want him gone, they have to beat him." And Deku's like, "Wouldn't that be counted as favoritism among your whole class due to the fact that they're women?" And she's all like, "Favoritism? It's not favoritism. It's just pretty much me not liking you one bit. It mostly has to do with you being a guy, your attitude, the way you look, the way you're just sleeping right now in my classroom." And Deku says, "I'm just waiting for you to start." And pretty much that's it. And she's like, "All right, everybody get to class or go downstairs and change right now. And here, I have to give you this suit due to the fact that you're a guy, and they gave you a special order right here." And he's all like, "No need. This will all be done in a matter of moments." And she's all like, "Fine. Everybody, if you beat him, you get to get at least 100. What's called? How do I say this? You get a 100. How do I say it? You get 100 on your grade for next time I grade you guys." And they're all like, "All right. And you get to also kick this kid out of my class due to the fact the person with the lowest, not lowest potential, the one who's the lowest in class, basically, if you get last place, you lose. But these women are going to fight Deku altogether." Now, Deku just says, "Oh boy, I'm going to have to fight you all. Well, this will be interesting." And they go down. Now, the whole fight happens like this. Deku just has to go around all these people, or is, like how you say, surrounded by all the girls, and everybody is like, "Oh crap, what the heck happened here? Oh, this is going to be a rumble here, people." So, everybody just charges at him when Aizawa says, "Go." And Todoroki starts it off first by throwing an ice pillar. Deku just punches it and breaks the whole ice thing. This is when Sero just ties him up with her tape. And Deku just says, crap, I knew this was going to happen." And just basically just breaks out of it. And they're all like, physical strength doesn't get you anywhere. And Ashido throws her acid. Deku says, "Physical strength, huh?" And he uses his ki barrier and gets struck by all this freaking acid, but it doesn't do nothing. And she's all like, "Wait, what?" And Deku says, "Ki fist," and punches a freaking airwave towards Ashido. This is when Deku says, "I had enough of this," and basically raises his ki to maximum levels, pushing everybody far, far away. Some of the girls hit the wall. Some of the girls are just, like you say it, bouncing up and down while they're going farther and farther away. And freaking Aizawa is on the ground due to the fact that just seeing all this, she took action quickly. She was like, "Duck," and that's it. A lot of the girls have injuries. Some of them sprained their ankles. Some of them actually hurt their wrist. And yeah, pretty much it. All of these girls see Deku as somewhat of a threat. But Deku says, "Look, I I know that you girls don't want to see me as a what's called hero, but I choose to be a hero so I can at least make people happy. There's some people in my life that I want to show off to. And I know a couple of people from another... I gotta keep that secret. I just know a couple of old dudes that want me to be the best I can be. There's no way that I'm ever going to lose. Lose to you just because you want me out. But having said all that, I hope all of you girls can at least accept me as a classmate for the time being. You can hate me after graduation all you want, but right now we're students of UA. And all we need to do is just... how would I say this? Let's all just get along. Plus, hurting cute girls doesn't actually suit my agenda. And this is when Bakugo gets a little blushy because he's like, I'm a part of the freaking classroom. That means he called me a cute girl. But yeah, she still has her crush. She still has a crush on him. But yeah, Deku doesn't know this. Now, I'm going to hold off for a couple of minutes because I gotta eat my pizza. And you guys will never stop me from eating my pizza. Ever. Alright, now I'm back. Now, this is what happens. After the whole thing, some of the girls start to feel a little bad. But because it's Deku still, they're not 100% on the fence. But they're actually kind of impressed with his strength. It's like, but it's also like, oh crap. Now, some of the girls are saying, but he's still a pervert because not even 10 minutes has gone by and he's in the dressing room and he's already what's called down to his freaking shirt. Why? Well, because he was supposed to not even, said that he wasn't going to wear his uniform, but he decided to due to the fact that freaking Goku always wears his freaking uniform for a battle, so he should have as well. So once the girls, got an eyeful, they're all like, pervert! There's a pervert on the loose. And Deku's like, wait a minute, you guys are in this room right here. This is the place I'm supposed to be in, just because there's no actual boys changing room. And now here's what happens. Deku just comes in and they're all looking at him like, oh, okay. So this guy's a total, he might be a creep. He might be a good creep, but he's still a creep nonetheless. Now, the whole freaking, there's no heroes versus villains because we already had, Deku fight all of them. And basically, he's not a part of it. So, yeah, pretty much that goes, and the girls do have sprained ankles and sprained arms. So, a couple of days later, not the sludge villain, the UA entry, no, not that, the USJ attack, there we go. So, the USJ thing happens mostly as to canon, but when Deku gets out of the water, he sees a bunch of, what is it called again? A bunch of what? What are they? The fishmen or like the villains, the aquatic villains, and he's all like, oh crap. But he says, well, I was always trained for this. And he basically just swims down super fast, kicking one, then going to the other, then going to the other, then going to the other. It's like a pinball of Deku's coming around and just hurting villains left and right, people. And that happening, Deku just says, alright, so that all happens. And Tsuyu and freaking Mineta already made it out of outside because Deku just told them, I'll meet you guys later. And freaking the Nomu basically isn't there yet. Shigaraki was about to touch his face, but Deku was there, flying past and about to kick the freaking, female Shigaraki. Shigaraki says, oh, wait, what? Our guy? And he's like, wait, the guy's going to hit me. Nomu! And that's when the Nomu just comes in, taking the punch. And he's like, wait, what? And the Nomu's trying to punch him, but Deku's dodged immediately and does a freaking ki blast to the face and just does a bunch of backflips and says, all right, what the heck just happened here? That should have at least knocked him out. Wait, regeneration? Huh. That ugly mug of his. Okay, so that doesn't work. And hold on, give me a few minutes, people. This is when he tells Shigaraki, I don't sense any life energy coming out of you. What is he? And she's all like, well, you do not know this, but this is my Nomu. And does everything and says that this was created to attack All Might at his prime. And Deku's like, wait, All Might at his prime? And he's like, yes, but there's special genetics in here that makes him a little more tougher. He's like, wait a minute, what do you mean genetics that makes him tougher? Wait, what? And this is when the Nomu just what's called attacks him, but Deku dodging it and kicking him in the freaking chest, bouncing back. And a lot of the freaking girls are hurt due to the fact that the villains took him on by surprise, and it's basically going as in canon. Now, there's a bunch of freaking, how would I say this? There's a bunch of freaking things that are happening. Basically, Ida didn't actually make it, or didn't run to the freaking exit, and so they got to wait for a while. Now, they did take care of Kurogiri, because Bakugo's right there, and the not the sludge villain, sheesh, the freaking, what's it called? The Nomu is fighting with Deku, and Deku's trying the best as he can to just dodge and all that stuff, but the Nomu itself is just basically pounding and pounding and pounding, and when it roars at Deku, it basically shoots out a ki blast, and when Deku just knocks it back, he feels the energy. He feels it. Now, what does he feel? Well, it's ki, but it's a special kind of ki, only given off by a certain genetic form. Goku's ki. Wait, what? Okay, Fallout, you lost your mind. Well, I haven't. You see, there were still soldiers from the Red Ribbon Army that haven't died yet, which would possibly be the ones that made Android 21 in the freaking Dragon Fighter Z. So I decided to have those doctors make this special person after all. Now, they gave him Goku's genetics due to the fact that Goku was known as one of the strongest people on Earth, and fighting All Might, the symbol peace, that means the doctors are now villains. Now, Deku just, says, wait a minute, but that's Master's ki. And he's all like, who's Master? And he says, never mind. I gotta end this fast. Regeneration. He has Saiyan genetics. And this is when he's like, okay, I have to go 100% on this. And says, Kaioken! And basically he shoots out a bunch of red auras, a red aura, and then after that he summons the Eloken. He summons Kaioken times 5 with Eloken times 5, basically combining the two, calling it the Tekoken. The Tekoken is a combination of blue and freaking red, turning it into purple. Now, Deku just says, alright, Man, it's been a while since I did this. And he charges at the freaking Nomu. The Nomu goes back, and basically both are punching each other. Deku dodging and trying to take in some hits, while the Nomu is just taking the hits and punching. This goes on for about a good 3 minutes until the freaking Nomu shows how strong it's getting every time. By the same genetics, and by default, Deku has to keep going very fast in order just to keep up with the Nomu's strong punches. This happens, and Deku just says, alright, and just does this. He summons a freaking spirit bomb, a small one that's like a Rasengan, and just basically hits the Nomu for a while. It gets dazed, and he's all like, alright, so, what do I do? And he sees freaking Bakugo saying, you idiot, you have to go right now. You're out of energy. And he's like, what do you mean? And he says, oh, hold on. Bakugo says, look at you right now. And he notices this, but he's breathing much more heavily. Using Ultra Instinct for a couple of minutes, not only that, using the Tenkoken, which combines with the Kaioken, would actually deplete his energy or use his energy a lot, which would still have negative effects because it's still the Kaioken within it. Now, this is when Deku says, alright, that doesn't matter right now. We still have to fight him. And they all see that he's bleeding now, due to the fact he took some of the hits, and due to the muscle cramps, blood is coming out from some of his skin. And Deku's like, hey, look, it doesn't matter right now. We still have to fight him. And Bakugo says, you idiots, we can't fight him. We just have to run away. And Deku says, if we can't run away. The portal dude is gone now, which means that we have to we have to fight still. This is when his freaking side, or one of his back has a hand on it, which he senses, and then it touches him, and a bit of his freaking body gets a little little cracks. And this is when it's like, oh man, well, I should have done it sooner. But what happened was this: a portal went behind Deku, and Shigaraki touched him a little bit, but it still has enough damage to make him actually bleed. Give me a second here, people. And all the girls do see that he's bleeding. This is when Deku says, look, I'm fine. There's no need hold on, give me a second here, people. There we go. And basically the Nomu punches him straight in the chest. Punching him, Deku flying, and him thinking to his head, I should have paid attention. Ah, crap. Deku's not in Ultra Instinct mode right now, due to the fact that he has Ultra Instinct within his brain cells, always reacting to things without powering up, but it's not as strong as freaking Ultra Instinct itself. Now, anyway, Deku flies and hits the wall, and all the girls are now in shock. They're horrified. Aizawa sees freaking Deku, how do I say it? Even though she got attacked by the Nomu, this is when Deku is all like, crap. And Deku is down. This is when freaking Toru tries to come in, but the freaking Nomu is right there, charging at Deku, and now jumped on him, cracking one of his ribs. And Deku's like, and gets punched in the face. Now, he's getting punched in the face for several minutes here, while the freaking Nomu, while Shigaraki's trying to fight the other kids. And he's all like, you brats don't seem to give up, do you? And he says, Nomu, come over here. And this is when the Nomu gets off of Deku. Now, while the whole thing is happening, Goku and Vegeta are horrified to see what's happening to their student. And this is when Goku's like, ugh, Whis, we have to go help him now. And this Vegeta's like, I second, hold on. I second that motion. And this is when Whis says, worry not, child, worry not, what's it called, Saiyans. And Goku and freaking Vegeta are like, wait a minute, what do you mean? And this is when freaking Whis is explaining, look at him right now. Do you sense something within him? And they're all like, no. That means we have to go over there immediately. We have to save him. And this is when Vegeta's like, oh, damn it, Whis, I order you to take me to Earth. And this is when I'm like, Vegeta, you seem to not actually see it either. And Goku's like, wait a minute, what do you mean? Whis is saying, well, for starters, Deku here is going through a metamorphosis in his life, where his power is his own, yet it's not his own. And freaking, give me a second here. He tells Whis tells them, look, what happens when we use up our energy? Goku's like, I don't know. Vegeta's like, well, look, humans, Saiyans, Earthlings, or different people around the world, around the planets, around our solar system, around our universe itself, give off energy from a day-to-day basis. Now, energy can be replenished, but the energy that's used, what happens to it? And they're like, it's probably in a trash can? Very good, Goku. Yes, it is in a trash can. It's in its own powerful trash can. You see, when all the energy is used, it goes somewhere. Now, for billions and billions of years, the energy is stored up little by little until it becomes a vast ocean of energy. You see, Deku somehow holds this energy itself. And when he used Ultra Instinct, that energy went somewhere, didn't it? And Vegeta says, wait, you don't mean... And Whis says, yes. He holds all of the energy that we used. And when Zeno came, he noticed that this energy had to be reused once again in order for it to be completely dead. But, for some reason, it seems that this energy went into a singularity, coming inside a soul, which then is making the soul having this other power, giving it the potency to make someone born with Ultra Instinct. And it doesn't actually matter if he were to die right now. He would literally reincarnate until the energy is completely gone. But it can never actually be gone. And Goku's like, wait a minute, what do you mean? And freaking Whis says, look at this. Do you see a difference between Deku then and Deku now? And they're like, oh jeez. Deku's powers never changed. It stays the same, and it goes up even higher. Because we use this on a day-to-day basis. And it goes to one singularity. Him rising up his power every day, it's also due to the fact that the Earth has been used up. Or the energy that we used all around it. If I were to use a Ki Blast right now, I literally would make Deku stronger. Because the energy that I already used up is being stored into one, what's called? It's stored up into one energy cell. Then it goes into Deku. For some reason, we are giving him life. And he's going to be okay. You just have to have faith in your student. And Goku's like, but he still needs our... And he tells... Vegeta says, he's right, Kakarot. We have to trust our student every once in a while. As painfully... As much of a pain I have to watch this go on. And freaking... what's his face? Whis says, very good, my lord. Now, let us continue to see what happens. All that actually happens within the span of, 2 minutes? Because anime, people. Their time limits are always crazy. 15, I'll tell you guys later. But anyway, Deku, gets up and looks at freaking Bakugo, and she's all like, somebody, please help me. The Nomu's coming at me. And he also sees, she also sees that the Nomu's very strong. His teeth are very sharp. And she sees that she might die. And she thinks to herself, Deku, please save me. I don't want to die yet. I don't want to die. I don't want to. And Deku kicks the Nomu. And he's looking like how would I say this? He's been put through the ringer here, people. Bakugo sees Deku with an aura that is silver, combining with the Tekoken, a purplish, silverish kind of, how would I say this? Power. The color around it, it's so magnificent. It's also blue. It looks like this right now. The purple around it is the Tekoken. But the white and silverish aura is his Ultra Instinct. Master Ultra Instinct. And he looks at freaking, how do you say it? He looks at freaking, what is it called? He looks at Bakugo and says, Bakugo, get out of here now. Everybody has to evacuate the building. Take freaking Aizawa, take 13 and go. And freaking Bakugo says, do as I tell you right now before I lose what little sense I have left. Or a little reason of sense I have left. Whatever here, people. And this is when Bakugo says, well, okay, just don't die. Please. And Deku says, don't worry. I won't. And this is when freaking the battle continues and freaking, what's it called? Oh, yeah. The battle now continues with Goku punching the freaking Nomu. The Nomu's trying to attack him, but every time he's, there, Deku just kicks him, and then kicks him, and kicks him. Basically, the Nomu cannot move as fast as Deku, but he can't even punch as fast as Deku, because Deku, in 1 minute, is right behind him, and the next minute, he's in front of him, and then the next minute, he's beneath him. And all of this time, the Nomu's freaking leg gets cut off. The Nomu's right arm and left arm get cut off. Give me a second here. Now, all this happens. Shigaraki's like, wait a minute, what just happened here? Why is he powerful now? And this is when Deku says, you've all had to just fight and come here. We're students of UA, and yet you decide to attack innocent kids. I won't let you get away with this. And he summons a Kamehameha wave coming towards freaking Deku. Now, all that happens, Kurogiri just summons a portal, which goes right behind him, and Deku just dodges out of the way. While that happens, freaking Shigaraki is taken by freaking Kurogiri, and he's all like, what about the Nomu? And freaking Kurogiri says, I can't just, Look, you matter more than Nomu right now, boss. We have to go. And Quirk is like, damn it. And this is when freaking the Nomu is attacking him. And Deku's right behind him, kicking him up in the air. While he's doing that, Deku's, what's it called? Just thinking to himself, alright, I have to raise it to the max. Kaioken times 10. Kaioken times 20. Kaioken times 50. Then after that, Eloken times 30. Eloken times 40. Times 50. And then punching him up in the air. Him having a hole in his chest, but then regenerating so fast. And he's like, yes, I should have known. And then he goes up in the air and summons a forced spirit bomb, throws it down to the ground, while the Nomu's still up in the air. And he's grabbing onto the freaking spirit bomb. While that happens, Deku summons a Kamehameha wave and shoots it out of the freaking building, which pushes the freaking spirit bomb away, sending it to outer space. The Nomu sees that it's gone, or everybody see that the Nomu's gone. But not only that, the freaking blast was so big that half of the freaking building half of the building's roof collapsed due to the fact that Deku's freaking Kamehameha wave sent out a huge shock wave. Now, Deku's out cold due to the fact that he summoned a force spirit bomb, which took his energy as well. But he used up all of his stamina. After that, the Eloken and the Kaioken, or the Kaioken in general, just took a huge toll on him. Not only that, Mastered Ultra Instinct took its toll on him, and he's out cold in a coma. Now, 1 week has gone by, and all the girls are crying for him. Why are they crying for him? Well, because Deku was, looked at as a pervert. He was looked at as a creep. They didn't like him, but they kind of warmed up. But the fact that all of them just saw what happened, everybody cried. Because they were so rude, they were horrible to him, and this kid literally sacrificed himself for the good of humanity itself, for the good of them. And this people wins all the girls' hearts, even Mineta. And I'm changing Mineta's look. Give me a second here. Mineta looks like this, purple hair Mineta. And it's a better upgrade than any upgrade in the entire universe. Now, anyway, give me a second here. Now, why did I say that? Because you guys might think a female Mineta would be kind of weird and perverted. But having a freaking Uzaki style Mineta wouldn't be that bad since she doesn't actually look like a midget. Now, all of these people cry for him. Deku is taken to the hospital. Everybody sees that Deku is breathing in heavily and just passed out. But Whis freaking comes around and just, how do I say this? He comes down, oh jeez, okay. He goes to freaking Deku with Vegeta and freaking Goku. And they're walking towards freaking Deku. Now, Deku is right there, and he says, oh my. Well, this was fate to happen. And Goku's like, hang in there, buddy. We got you. And Vegeta's like, well, at least he put up a good fight, did he? And they all saw the fight, and they were like, okay. And the reason why they actually teleported sooner, because freaking Deku showed off his energy, and freaking Goku can actually teleport. Now, that all happens, and Goku is like, well. I didn't think that you would actually, use a spirit bomb and the Kamehameha wave. That was pretty cool. I was worried though at the fact that could have actually destroyed planet Earth itself. And then all the girls like, wait a minute, who are you guys? What's happened here? And they're like, oh no, nothing to fret, ladies. This is all right. You see, we are Deku's instructors and teachers. We've taught him a lot that he has to know now. We actually trained him to become strong. Now, the girls are looking and thinking, wait a minute, you guys trained this kid? Is that why he's strong? And freaking Goku's like, yeah, but it's not like, how would I say this? It's not all bad. We trained him and now he's strong enough to protect you, ladies. And, yeah. Vegeta's like, this is a waste of time. Look, tell Izuku that he did good. Now, we must go. And Lisa's like, hold on. I'm going to give him this little note. And then, how would I say? I would actually like to go to the meals section. You girls are in a school, right? Do they have, might I ask, a cafeteria? Or maybe a snack bar? And freaking Vegeta's like, let's go to a sushi restaurant. So the god of destruction and the angel that follows him are going and heading out to a sushi restaurant. Goku's like, well, yeah, I've got to go. I'll see you guys later. Take care. And he just freaking, gets out of there. Now, Deku wakes up. No, he doesn't wake up. He's still in a coma. Even though he's fully powerful now, his mind is already pretty much down. Now, all of a sudden, Deku's in this mindscape where he talks to freaking, himself. Him that is strong and powerful, and him who is weak and fragile. And these two things are combined together to make an ultimate form, which takes both characteristics and combine them and make them powerful or increases their power tenfold. This is what his mind is telling him. He doesn't understand what this means. But Deku just knows that he has to train hard. Now, the reason why I said 1 week, well, because freaking, how do I say it? Deku just wakes up due to the fact that he's already out of his comatose state. And now he's back freaking alive. Now, all the girls are looking... Oh, sheesh. All the girls are looking at Deku. And they're all crying and hugging him and all that stuff. And Aizawa is in the other room. It's like, well, he's alive. He took care of the students even though I was gone. Even though I technically treated him like crap. He still helped out no matter what. He's not all bad, I guess. But that doesn't mean he has to keep distracting the ladies and making a huge ruckus. Ayada and freaking Nezu just pops in another slice of apple, or rabbit, freaking apples that are like in the shape of a rabbit, and he's all like, "Calm down, freaking what's your face? Calm down, Aizawa. Your student did good, and he should be rewarded. But right now is not the time. The girls are just happy, and things are going to get pretty interesting for Izuku. Now, this is where I'm going to leave it off here. And yeah, now, this is the fallout with it for your people. Like, comment, and do subscribe to the channel here. Also, please watch my videos, or how do I say, please put the like button and do subscribe due to the fact that I'm monetized now, people. That's the good part about it. I'm monetized which means I'm not actually making anything right at this moment, but, you know, it's starting to come up, all right? Anyway, this is the Fallout What If you're here, people. Bye.